The show you are about to listen to is intended for mature audience only. There will be things said that may not be appropriate for younger audience and may offend you. We at Whatever Talk would like to apologize in advance. But really, get over it.
Oi hoy, do peoples. I try to do something different. Ahoy do, that don't even flow right together.
Ahoy do.
Ahoy do, folks.
Ahoy do.
That did not flow right at all. Anyway, welcome to Whatever Talk, the show where we talk about whatever we seem to be talking about at the time. And today, folks, is going to be quite an interesting one, especially due to the people who just may listen to this. We got some comments, man. That's always on point, whether they're good or negative or neutral. Comments are always welcome, no matter how hateful they are. Or maybe.
Yeah.
Leg out. We talking about whatever that's on your mind. Speak your mind, don't be shy. This is your time to shine. What's going on with you, man?
Nothing much, man. Taking it day to day. You know, trying to make it up out here in this world, man.
Trying to make it up out here in this world.
You know what I'm saying?
Like you was about to try to get into a flow, but couldn't quite put it together right.
My talking just be sounding like that.
I know that. You know what? That's how my talking used to be. Like back then, when we was in, of course, growing up. You know, high school, mainly high school, and all that stuff.
Right.
Sometimes called busy in high school, because it sounds like I'm singing when I'm talking. Like,
right.
Yeah. Like, I'm not trying to do the busy thing, even though. Again, at the time, he was my favorite rapper and still is my favorite rapper.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one of my favorite rappers. He's in the top 2, most definitely. But again, I wasn't trying. It's just that I guess it just came out that way. I was born like that. My mom, you know what's so funny about that? My mom and auntie, TT, said that I always talk like that. I always talk with my last syllables carried on slightly.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So
yeah, you've been doing that, bro, as long as I can remember you, bro. As long as since we was little.
Yeah. So again, I'm not trying to do the busy. It's just that this is one of the things that just come natural.
Right. Right.
That's good, man. You only can do one day at a time. Like I said before, it's impossible to do 2 days at a time, unless you were born in 2 different years.
But we ain't gonna get into that.
Yeah, we don't want to revert back to that because that would give us some tumors. We got to get to work today. That's what.
Right.
So we don't want to get into that. I've been straight. I've been good. I should be tired, but I'm kind of not tired because I ain't go to bed till like after 3 last night. But I was up debating, kind of somewhat of a heated debate on a topic that we want to get into later on in the show. And like I said last episode, I don't kind of like to go out on topics like this, but I'm going to go out on a topic like this time, or like that this time. But before we get into that, let's go into our first comment. And this first comment comes from Afro Chic Media.
Okay.
She was on YouTube and she commented on our episode, our last week's episode on YouTube, which is, yes, you can hear us on YouTube, folks. We don't have the visuals of the actual podcast, Whatever Talk itself. Yet. It's most definitely coming.
Mm-hmm.
But the podcast audio version is most definitely there. But again, my spin-off shows of Whatever Talk, they have visuals. And that's exactly why they take them forever to put out also, because I have to edit so many different things. And then when I get started on the spin-off shows, I have to edit, cut up this, and then I gotta pause, go search for a piece of media to correspond with what we're talking about, put it in place, listen for a few seconds, cut, pause, go search for something else.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's why the spin-off shows take forever. Like, mainly the Whatever Talk gaming and Whatever Talk Anime. Those are the big spin-off shows that I really like to focus more on, but they take forever because I don't have just footage of what we're talking about, because who knows what we're going to be talking about on, or what might be said on those shows until actually listening to it.
Right.
My other spin-off shows, Whatever Talking to Myself, those are, again, like 5-10 minute videos, and this is just me in front of the camera, you know, talking to you, to myself, out loud.
Right.
But those do have some type of visuals to it sometimes. But I digressed from Afro Chic Media's comment when we talked about you sounding like the new Keith Sweat. Her comment is, Keith Sweat got vocals? ? And I commented back, he got vocals now. I also made this for you too. This is all why I wish Stace was here. Also, yes, dang, I forgot to say that. I even forgot to introduce you, man. If you didn't know, this is Simply Kev right here, folks, listening. We don't have Stace with us today. She in pain right now because she got some piercings, and I told her, like, man, you too old to be doing new things, okay? You don't need to be subjecting your body to new things when you grown, okay?
The body gets fragile as we get older.
Exactly. So, but that's why Stace not here, and you guys know the situation between T. Oh, and we got Stace aboard on Skype, so when she does come back, she would not have that speakerphone audio, and we will all be legible to hear. Is it legible when it comes to audio, or is it legible when it's just writing manuscript?
You know what? That's a good question.
That is a good question.
You know what? I'm not sure, man.
You know exactly what I'm talking about, listeners. If
Right.
it's not, okay.
Right. Maybe it would be sufficient.
Sufficient. Okay. Let's just go with it.
Right.
So that's the issue, and we need some of that T-Dot. The show been too laughable. We've been too laughing at everything now on this show.
We need somebody to get angry, man.
Exactly. We need that one. You know, every group got that one angry black guy. T-Dot just happened to be ours.
We need a little mad talk. We need a little
mad talk. You mean mad talk? Mad talk no good?
Mad talk no good.
Well, we derailing like a money. We got a time schedule here. Right. So going back to the question at hand from Afro Chic Media saying, Keith Sweat got vocals? ? Listen to this, and you be the judge. But you don't feel like I do. Tell me what can I do? That's the old Keith Sweat right there. Now tell me he don't sound like he just got his butt whooped. Here's the comparison to new Keith Sweat.
This is what I call love. Don't get no better, baby, than your love. No word today, baby.
Come on now. To this day, I seen the video and I seen him sing this. I still refuse to believe that is Keith Sweat's voice.
I already know it's Keith. It sounds like Keith to me.
That sound the same way to you, man?
No, it don't sound the same way. It just sounds like Keith Sweat though to me.
Oh man, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, it's like I can tell it's Keith Sweat. I can, you know what I'm saying, I can just hear it, the voice, you know what I'm saying? But he's definitely the vocals sound, you know, better than anything he's ever put out though. I get that too.
Oh my, I still refuse to believe it until he comes knocking at my door and singing to me specifically. I want this guy singing to me. You hear that?
I want you to come sing to him at his door.
I want you to come sing to me. Matter of fact, my birthday coming up in about 2 months.
You want to get serenaded.
At the end of February, Keith, come sing to me, man. I want you to do that same voice we just got finished hearing.
Tell him that you're sick in love.
That's the only way I'ma believe that it's you singing, man. That's the only
Donny,
way.
it's your birthday, baby. He gonna grab your face.
And get all anyway. He gonna have me do what Ashley did when Tevin came on.
Gonna pass out.
Oh man, if you made me pass out, Keith, I believe you, man. I believe you. You was no lip syncing there. That was Keith. You know, you the only guy made me moist.
Made his butt moist. Oh man.
Oh, it's ridiculous, man. Now, again, Afro Chic, tell me if Keith can sing now. Also, Stace, tell me if Keith can sing now. Well, you say he can sing back then. Okay. That's all I'm going to say.
Her point was, Stacy's point was,
it's Keith. It don't make a difference.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. She don't care how the nigga sound. She just, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It's Keith.
Bring it. Right. She like, bring it on here.
Exactly. You ain't got to do no sweet nothings to me.
Right.
Got some stupid movie dialogue. This come from the movie. This is an old school movie. You ever heard this movie called Highway to Hell?
Highway to Hell? I know there's a song called Highway to Hell, but I don't think I saw the movie though.
Okay, well, the movie is old school. Set up the scene here is that it's a cop that come back and come to the human realm, you can say, and take beautiful women back to hell to Lucifer, the devil. But, you know, they got to be virgins, of course. He the only being that like virgins nowadays. In the movie, you can drive to hell, but you got to be going a certain speed in order for the portal to appear. So this guy got his girl took, and he went to the gas station down the street that knew about what was going on, and he told him, you're going to have to drive to hell. Take my car because your car will make it there, but it ain't going to make it back. You know, here's where the stupid little dialogue come in. He said, also, take this antifreeze because when you get down there, it's going to be hotter than hell down there. Now, this is why I say it's stupid dialogue, because it's like, how is hell hotter than hell?
Hotter than hell.
And the only thing that could come to my head to, I guess you could say, make it acceptable. You know, it's not acceptable, but you know what I'm trying to say is that hotter than hell or something hell or hell something is such a common phrase to use, or such a common word to use in so many common phrases that they overlooked it and just say it anyway.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe they were actually trying to be like funny with it, or like not funny, like a double negative, almost like on purpose. Like, you know, when you go to hell, you know, make sure you have your antifreeze because it's hot as hell. Like,
it's a figure of speech, but like I said, it's one of those common figure of speech. It's so common that they overlook it as it being a stupid dialogue.
Right.
And staying with the stupidity, I got a nutshell theory on Designer, the rapper.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I got a nutshell theory on how he made it to where he at. One day, he was out and about, and he forgot his meds. Somebody saw him acting a fool, and they told him, we'll pay you a lot of money to never take your meds again. Because that man is what the heck. That's all I can say. He is what the heck, man.
What the?
Dude, this guy, he be tripping over nothing. No.
Yo, man, he be walking through the airport just... You know how we do it, man. You know how we gonna do this, man.
That is such a great impression of him. I was probably like, man, that's a rapper? Yes, folks. That man became a rapper. And today, and that is that's a very great example on how dumb this generation is.
Right. They even have reaction videos on him, like with people's parents like watching them. They're like, what is he talking about?
Where is his parents at? Why is his parents not making sure he's taking his meds?
Right, because he's only like 19.
Like, man,
he ain't old enough to drink yet.
That is ridiculous, man. It's wild. And then for look, recently he supposed to have got sued because he crashed a
Lamborghini.
Yeah, and I'm like, first of all, whoever gave him that car need to be fired and never return to that type of industry again. Because
what it was though, what I found out is that his two friends, they rented it for them, for themselves.
Oh.
And he was like, "Oh, hey man, go ahead and drive this motherfucker, man. You go ahead and drive that shit, man." So they were like. So cautiously they let him drive, and then
You know what?
And
I bet you.
And then he did that.
I bet you kindergarten all the way up to like third grade have a hard time understanding this guy. And he's speaking their language, and they would still be like, "What the heck is he saying?"
Like, what are you talking about?
What's wrong with this one? Oh, man. My body hurts right now. Out of all the things I talked about, my kids be saying the dumbest things and all that stuff, I would rather most definitely sit and have a conversation with my kids. And them asking me them dumb questions like, can you be born in 2 different years? That is way more acceptable than this. I would rather for my little girl to come to me and just say like, yeah, Pops, they went 10 on me in school today. And I'd be like, you know what? I feel you. Because I just got finished listening to Designer and I understand.
Right.
Well, I kind of maybe think I might understand. Let's get on to the big meat of the show.
The meat and potatoes.
Are you ready to make America great again, Kev? It's not a laughing matter, man.
I'm ready to make America great once and for all, man.
That's just as bad as I say. This is my proposal on how to make America great again. Let's give the KKK their own reality show. I think that sounds great.
That'd be funny, though.
That'd be funny. I was just joking just now. You gonna take it and roll with it like that?
No, that'd be funny, man. Because then we could see day to day just how dumb and ignorant they really are. Man.
Well, we see that already in our day-to-day life now.
I would want to hear their conversations and everything. Man.
This is what they call "Let's Make America Great Again." Like I said before in a previous episode, that statement alone is comical within itself.
Exactly.
Just by adding the word "again" at the end of that statement.
Right.
When has America ever been great? For us, came across this one article last night. It was real late, so I didn't do any research to see if it's real or not. It's coming from a reliable source.
Okay.
It's been stated that once Trump supporters caught wind of this, you can hear and see them wailing, "Hail victory." And I'm like, well, yeah. They pretty much had the victory ever since Trump said he can walk outside right now, mow down 3 or 4 people, and come back in here and still have voters. Pretty much had the victory then, after nothing happened that day. to him.
Right.
So, yeah, hail victory to you, Trump supporters.
I'm mad that I own the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air episode with him on it.
I thought it wasn't gonna get much laughter out of this, but then again, like I said, racism is my favorite comedian. You know, I was watching what was we watching last night? Home Alone 2, and Donald Trump said that too, and my little man was like, "Yeah, that was Donald Trump," and I was like, "Mm-hmm." And that's it. But things we're gonna be seeing in the show is gonna be things like the indoctrinating of kids as young as 4. Now, indoctrinating means teach someone or a group to accept a belief uncritically. Basically, in this case, force, and you bet not disobey.
Right.
That's basically what they said in this case here of indoctrinating kids as young as 4. Because again, why I say force and you bet not disobey is because the kids are 4. They have no choice but to obey. Right. So basically, by the time they hit the 2 digits, they full-blown racist and don't even understand why they racist. Right. So that's why I say, in this case, force and you bet not disobey. Listen to this catchphrase of the show. What they have on the logo. Now, I don't know if they're going to go through with this on the final product, but hey, it's here now anyway. Once it's on the interwebs, it's always existing. The catchphrase, join the best or die like the rest.
Wow.
Wow, indeed.
Wow.
Wow, indeed.
That's all I can say.
That's all you can say. This is about to get kind of heated, and the person ain't even here to even further explain itself, but I got all I needed to get from this person last night.
Well, we know it's going to be a lot of people that want to live, so a lot of black people going to be trying to join the KKK. But, instead of going down with us on some realness.
Oh yeah, we always gonna. You know how many? I'm an Uncle Ruckus myself. But I'm a joke. I joke with it though.
Right.
Yeah, I joke with it. I'm not a for real Uncle Ruckus, but it's most definitely some Uncle Ruckuses out here in the world.
Oh yeah. And look, they don't want y'all, and they don't want y'all in their KKK. What's wrong with y'all?
And the thing about it is, only a select few of the Uncle Ruckus is going to be there, so they can just basically be there. Do what master now, man?
Right.
Do what master now?
Right. The house niggas.
Yeah. So I put this article in the Whatever Talk podcast group. The headline of it saying, "This is making America great again." Parentheses. That is comical within itself. It should say, "Let's make America great for a change."
Right.
We got another comment, and this came from a commenter when I posted this up last night. It's coming from an actual fellow podcaster.
Oh, I thought you were about to say it's coming from an actual KKK.
No.
About to say, man, that's close. That's close to home, right?
Yeah, it is pretty close. Like, wait a minute, I thought y'all was out in like Howell, Michigan. This is like, this is like Michigan right here. This is what Michigan is. Nah, but MG Frosty, you know who you are, bud. He said, again, SMH LOL. It's going to be a little bit of back and forth here, folks, because you just got to hear this whole conversation, or at least most of this conversation, to understand where I'm coming from and where he's coming from. He even told on me to his wife.
Wait, now, he said again, like questioning it, right?
Questioning my thing about saying for a change, but basically corrected me, saying no, again.
Oh,
that's what he mean by, that's what he said. He got again, ... SMH LOL. So I said, I actually expected you to say that. America was never great in actuality. Wait, let me rephrase. America was never great unless you're white. Fact.
That's what you said,
That's
right?
what I said. I followed it up with, I really hope that was a LOL moment in that post of yours, shaking my head, spell it out like a grown person. LOL.
Well, we say, well, maybe I don't know how to spell. So LOL.
Hence why I said America great again. So maybe I can learn how to spell then. No. So he gonna follow up with, wow, that's racist. I'm like, there's no racism intended. All realism intended. Now, he went on to go say, America was never great unless you're white. That's a racist comment, homie. No wonder no one ever listens to your show. Ouch! Dang! Man, that was one of those.
Can I get a Band-Aid?
Yes. That's a dang on George Foreman blow to the head.
My good. So my good.
No, I was not being sarcastic right there. That's a for real ouch, man. That's right. feeling hurting. He follows that up with, excuse me, I spoke out of place. I'm just a bit dumb white racist redneck. I said, funny how people blurt out racism when it's as clear as saran wrap. People just try to blanket it. That's all.
Right.
People just use, it's clear as saran wrap. Basically, it's there. Like, you can see it when you wake up in the morning and look out the window. You can see racism. That's how it is outside, especially for black folks. And it's in this whole black folks and white folks, it's going to come into play later on. You know, again, it's clear as saran wrap. You can see it. I go on to speak. You didn't speak out of place. I was just hoping that you were actually coming from a LOL place. Like, basically, I was just hoping you was coming from humor. Like, because I look at racism, to me, it's not racism unless, got hate behind it. That's where real racism coming from. Because, again, if that's the case, every comedian in the world is racist. And I'm talking about hardcore racist. Right. So if it's hate behind your so-called racial comment or ist or ism comment, if it's hate behind it, that's what makes it prejudice/racist.
Now, what you did was not racist. What you said was not racist or not prejudice, because prejudice would be to prejudge.
Yeah,
that doesn't even go with that.
Mm-hmm.
And what you stated was just basically real facts. It's just reality. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I was trying to say.
This has never been a great country for a black person. Never.
That's what I was trying to say. Hold on, let me continue. Basically saying people just try to blanket it as if, it never existed. I never called you a bit dumb racist redneck, but I will say you taking it like you are one of those people who try to blanket it. You looking at racism instead of saying what it is. Right. I'm not saying racism just to be saying racism. I'm saying it from facts. I'm looking at it right now. I'm going through it. My people's is going through it.
Right.
I speak it real. Like I say, people love not to be lied to, but they hate to hear the truth. And that's for real.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he goes on to say, in context of what the link is suggesting, you are mocking, keeping that word in mind, you are mocking the Make America Great Again campaign by saying it was never great because America clearly belongs to Big Bad Whitey. And America has never had a place for black people, regardless of the successful black people who have done so many great things in this country. I don't know, man. Sounds racist to me. And I call you out on it. And you project it right back to me. LOL. Do you listen to half the BS that comes out of your mouth? You blurt out garbage, then get angry and throw a kindergarten fit when people call you out. America is one of the most privileged countries in the world. Don't think so? Go to Syria right now. Women and kids dropping, dying in the streets.
Look, America.
Hold on, Kev. Hold on, Kev. Hold on. Let me go to first, second, and third, and I'm gonna let you bring me home. Okay? All right. Now, he's saying a bunch of stuff, you got the gist of it. I'm basically putting his in a nutshell. I'm saying a bunch of BS, non-factual stuff. America is one of the most privileged countries in the world. In fact, me personally, right now, I'm about to say it now. America is the most privileged country in the world. And I have said it many times before. But that's not blinding me to the fact that America don't care about me nor you, buddy. This is where I kind of like pretty much closed it out before he told his wife on me. And that's what happened because his wife came in later. And she was like, Donny, you are better than this. Exactly. No, again, I'm just making fun here, the two youths. It's nothing, far as I can see, I have nothing against you, Frosty's wife. I said, there's the misconception right there. I'm not mocking anything. I'm speaking facts. We were brought over here in bad terms or on bad terms. Also, I never threw a fit like I'm not throwing one now. It seems like you're the irate one here, bub. I gets my respect. And like I say, people love not to be lied to, but hate to hear the truth. Hence, why you're the more irate one here. 6 years plus, and don't listen to anything, just hear noise. I always said America is one of the most privileged countries, but it's people like you that likes to live in denial. Here's another fact. America don't care about you nor your family, buddy. Here's where I circle back to my first reply. I actually expected you to say something like that. SMH, slowly. Night, night. Stuff like that, that's right there. People always got to bring up the whole America and Trump. Well, my bad, not people. White people always bring up the whole America is great. America was great. America, for some reason, has changed into this now, what it is now. No, what the heck kind of facts are you getting this stuff from? Because those are not facts. America is the way America is now, minus the freaking lynching. And shoot, we had some of those recently, like in the near past.
Oh, you better believe it.
Minus the freaking, Rosewood ordeal and all that stuff. America is pretty much the way it always been. It's almost like a never-ending cycle that blacks always get the bad end of the stick in history.
Mm-hmm. America is what they made it to be. It's like this because they made it as well.
Yep. And his wife came on basically saying, fact, most white people of today have no ties and no love to racism. I grew up in a neighborhood poor, just like, poor. And a kid, I'm summarizing it. I grew up I grew up poor. My family is Irish and Native American. We were also slaves in our history. And for you to say what you're saying, it's kind of like you're coming off as this racist person. Now, my husband is far from racist. She even had the nerve to bring up MLKJ, which is Martin Luther King Jr.
Oh, wow.
And she said, no, she respected him. She's actually admired by him. And again, I'm just paraphrasing. And I put, wow, first, for you and or your husband to take white people as I'm singling out y'all is another misconception. White people, just like black, Asian, Mexican, etc., are just put in a general pool. To take it any other way, you're singling yourself out.
Mm-hmm.
Most black people have no ties to slaves, minus ancestry. We're not African American. We're American. Assuming like you, American, Irish and Native American is just what runs in your DNA.
Right.
Second, like I mentioned, I'm far from racism. Oh yeah, hold on. I gotta go before I can say this. She said a bit paraphrase part is that, she said, be willing to admit that all races have racism. So going back to what I said, if you actually listen to WT, heck, when I was on TW, like for real listen, don't just push play and just let it play like noise in the background. Y'all would know this already. I don't speak racism out of hate. I speak racism out of what it is, how it never left, how like today people, whites, just try to blanket it like it doesn't and or like it never existed.
Right.
Going back to you/y'all really don't listen at all. I talk about black people more than anything. In fact, I could play an Uncle Ruckus role. And you brought up Martin Luther King into this. His death was in vain because of the black people of today. They act so ignorant, his death went in vain, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I also said all nationalities and people all have some racism within them. But again, y'all would know that if y'all listen to what I be saying. Third, like I mentioned in my early post, I don't rant. Rant is what people say when they don't want to hear it. Either that or I tell the truth and they don't want to face it / hear it. That's what y'all say rant is. You don't want to hear the truth. Or you be like, oh man, stop ranting on. Or, you don't want to face it. Or, stop ranting on. No. Don't get mad because I'm speaking the truth and you have really no means to combat it.
Right.
So you take it as I'm being irate or this obnoxious person.
Right. Because I have a good point or a good argument.
Exactly. I got good points, good arguments, facts, but again.
So now I'm belligerent.
Yeah, I'm belligerent. I'm ranting on because
Right.
you don't want to hear it and you have nothing really to combat that. So that being said, I do not take back what I said, especially the things that he said. Right. She goes on again. She even said, my point was just the same. Basically, she said we're saying the same thing, but just different perspective. She said, why can't we all just get along and all this stuff? And I'm closing it out with, honestly, nothing towards you, but that last part, the whole, why can't we all just get along? That's easy for you to say because you are white. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And that's like one of the biggest things that white people just don't understand. That's easy for you to say because you are white. You're not the one being discriminated against. You're not the one that's been killed because I walked on my porch to get the mail.
Right.
You're not the one
being treated unfairly, man.
Like you said, why can't we all just get along? Tell that to your fellow white brethren.
Right, to the judicial system and everybody.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you take a black man and a white man and they go out and commit the same crime, the black man is known to get more time for that same crime that the white man did.
Exactly.
That's just unfair. That's just one of the examples that I could just, throw out there. That's just one.
A great example is Trump. Like I said earlier, when he made that statement saying, I could walk out right now and kill 3 or 4 people and come back, I would still get votes. That right there is an indirect threat. And what is a threat? Threat is an illegal thing to do.
Mm-hmm. Now,
by him not getting in trouble for that, whether he's running for president or not, that tells you what the heck, man. That tells you we had racism here. Now, if I or any other black person would have had said that,
our phones would have been tapped.
I could have been in the audience and I could have blurted out, well, I could go outside right now and kill X amount of people and come back in here and finish my reporting job.
You wouldn't have made it out of that.
I'm about to say, before I even could finish my statement, I probably would have been in cuffs or even most likely I probably would have been shot.
They would have killed you, man.
Exactly.
And this is what we mean, people. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. This is what we mean. And again, stop you. This is like the 2 main things that us black folks is getting mad at you white people about. And again, for the ones that take it as I'm singling out you, then you subliminally saying it's you, because I'm not singling out you. I can't single out you because there's so many of you freaking racists out there. I can't just single out all of you. So you all get put in the melting pot, just like how we all get put in the melting pot, because you never brought that up, did you? Perfect example. This past 2 weeks, 2 black people got kicked out of Victoria's Secret because earlier that day, another black person came in there and robbed them.
And stole something, right.
Yeah, so they get in trouble for it because why? They're black. So we got to be in cahoots with each other.
Now, that is one of the most, that's a prime example of racism right there. Because racism is like basically ideas characterize race to race. They're black, so they're going to steal. That's racism. If one person does one thing, that does not mean that the rest of them are going to do the same thing.
Exactly.
Just because of the color of their skin.
And that never got brung up in any of these posts here. Only thing you kept saying, Frosty's wife. And again, I'm not getting on you because I would like to personally hope to think that you one of the good ones. But you just kept coming at me with the same old white people crap. Is why can't we all just get along? We can get along because this is what you white folks is doing. Like I stated in previous shows also, not one black person said that we're going to come and retaliate. Not one black person said we're trying to overthrow anything. Not one black person said that we know what? When that time comes, please believe who going to be calling master then. Not one black person said that.
That's not even what we want. We don't need to be superior. We just want to be equal.
That's like one of the primary things, like I said, that we get so mad at you white folks about is that you keep saying this whole get along thing. We are the same. Or all life matters and all this. Shut up with that crap. We understand all life matter. All lives ain't the matter at the point right now.
Right.
Of the point right now. We're talking about our lives.
Not even the point. Right.
We're talking about our lives in this particular matter.
Since black lives are the ones that seem to be overlooked. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, black lives matter here. You know what I'm saying? In case you don't know.
Animals get more respect than black folks.
Exactly.
And you know what's so true about that fact? Another fact, we got an endangered species that's on a freaking government list not to get killed. In fact, we're freaking endangered species because you're freaking killing us now.
Exactly.
Why we can't get on no government list not to get killed?
Right.
That's the least you can do right there. That's some real junk right there. That's the least you can do is put us on the government list. If you ain't gonna give us equality, leave us alone.
Right.
Please.
Right.
Please. That's some realness for you right there. I got to get up out of here. I am well past my time to be at the workplace. God dang it, you Frosty wife. And Frosty you. The Frosties. God dang it, you Frosties. Nah, again, I have no ill.
I know that might sound racist, but hey, that's the name.
Hey, that's the name. That's the name. Okay, that's the name. I don't have no ill will towards any of you, especially wife. I have no ill will towards you. Me and you look at each other post, and we both like animals. We both love animals, and we comment and all that. I have sent you animal stuff, so I have nothing against you.
Right, and honestly, I think you sexy. No, I'm just no, we don't hit on people's wives.
He don't. No.
Talk for yourself.
I think it's up, bro. Nah. But no ill will at all. Again, I am not racist like what's going on in the world. Like I stated, we closing out, every single person on the planet have some degree of racism. And me, I like to put mine out in comedy. And because of the fact of the matter is that's exactly what it is to me. It's funny how you think the way you think. That's hilarious to me, and all this stuff. So again, listeners, hope you didn't get too irate during the listening of this. But it got to be said.
But I mean, you know what? Actually, I'm hoping that some of them did get irate. But go ahead.
Well, yeah, I forgot to mention this because this is a biggie. She said you come off as like you're this racist type. I feel that you're not, but you come off this because you always bringing stuff like this up in your posts and all this stuff. First of all, this is like the second or third time we talked about it on WT, exactly, on the Facebook. The reason why I keep bringing it up is because of it's this thing that I like to say. With great fame comes great responsibility. Like you said, you are inspired by Martin Luther the King. I know it's not pronounced like that. I just like saying Luther. You are admired by what he did, and what did he do? He kept mentioning it. He kept bringing it up. Why? Because it always happened all the time where he was at. Why do I keep bringing it up? Because it's always happening all the time. So, again, not saying that I'm a famous, because I'm far from famous right now, but I am on a platform where people listen. Right. Therefore, I feel like I have a responsibility to put out and do exactly what Martin Luther the King did, was speak on it, especially when it comes to my people. Even though I talk about my people more so than any other race on the planet. And I talk about them hard. Hard. So now, let's close out, folks, because I am about to get fired. And
we can't have that.
Nah, thanks for listening. I appreciate this. You can listen to us on Podomatic or YouTube, SoundCloud. We are on iHeartRadio, folks. That's cool. Sprinkler and many other... Mi scusi. And various other podcast apps. You can also leave your comments on those apps. You can leave your comments on, come to whatever Talk Podcast Facebook group and talk about what you just listened to. If you feel like that, Matthew, I even give you the opportunity to come on the show and talk about it. All you need is some headphones and Skype. That's all you need. And I take care of the rest. Come on the show, debate anything you want to talk about. Hey, just come on the show and talk about whatever it is you want to talk about. Got some shout outs, Kev?
Let me see. Shout out to you, Donny. Shout out to myself. Shout out to Stacy. Just want y'all to go ahead and go to the Webster Dictionary and look up the word racism, man. And just really read it, man. Read it so y'all can know what it is.
And look up prejudice.
Yeah, but prejudice will be in there as well. So just look up racism. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I say that because people get the two confused.
Yeah, they get it confused, yeah. Prejudice is, something a little different, but...
Prejudice is what Tricky does to me. He single out me. Like, again, prejudice is when you don't like blacks. I mean, you cool with blacks. You just don't like Donny out of the blacks. That's prejudice.
That's what prejudice is.
That's prejudice. Racism is when you don't like all the Donnies, which is all the blacks. My shout out to go to the listeners. Thanks for listening. I appreciate it so much. You guys been such a blast. Like, we have fun talking about this, even the serious matters. Because you see, we still make fun, we still laugh at the same time. Because again, why cry? Crying ain't gonna change nothing. Look at that. You got your boy all hyped in the background. He knew what you were talking about, man. Thanks for listening. I want to give a shout out to my crew. Cal, thanks for hopping aboard today. You had the little man with you, and you still came aboard. Stace, get them that pain situated. And T-Dot, better have it downloaded next time. And the family, thanks for listening. Thanks for being patient with me while I do all this editing and all this podcast stuff. And yeah, I know I'm speeding through this because I gotta go. Peace out until the next show. Whatever. If you would have made it this far, but then you made it to the end of the show, you can stay posted, but we gotta go. But wait a minute, leave a comment, tell us what you think about it. Come again, tell a friend, tell whoever listening, whatever talk.